Danny, I certainly think it's fair. What's your confidence level that the Gunners will reverse that trend and make it different this time?
A couple of weeks ago, I think when we had the midweek set of fixtures, not so long ago, very confident. I said at the time, only Arsenal can stop Arsenal. But that's before City clicked into gear. And the interesting thing is that when you look at Arsenal, and we've openly said it on the show so many times, they have been incredible this season. And when we've spoken about Manchester City, they're like, oh, you know, they're lacking the consistency. They're 2 points behind Arsenal now. And for me, the game changer for Manchester City, I think Manchester City win the league. And the game changer for me was when they went to Fulham and won 5-4. All of a sudden after that, you're like, they've not got enough control within this team to actually win the league. And I looked at it and thought, this is for Arsenal. Since then, they've won the last 3 Premier League games, 3-0 each game, clean sheet in all those 3 games. And it's as though that was sort of a turning point for Pep Guardiola, where he was like, we need to have more control. He changed the system, got a couple of more extra midfielders. And we know, second half of the season, they just get stronger and stronger and stronger.
1 vote for Man City. You going to make it 2?
Yeah, and I wrote them off at the beginning of the season. I said they'd be nowhere near a Premier League contenders. I just didn't see it at the start of the season. I think what we didn't take into consideration at the start of the season, or didn't really note where they were going to sit Manchester City, was off the back of the Club World Cup. How would that affect them during the summer? The preparation for the Premier League season. But it's almost like they front-loaded all the work in the summer, and it's allowed them to build momentum throughout the season. And now will we see the best of them? I still think there's a little bit of an unknown as to what will happen to Manchester City in terms of fatigue with the Club World Cup. But one thing you've got, and the difference is Haaland. You've got a guy who doesn't stop scoring. If they keep him fit and they keep him firing, I think they win the league. I think they've got enough. I think the big thing with Arsenal is that, yes, there is a chance they'll win the league, and there's still a very good chance they win the league. If Gyökeres can change his form and start scoring goals, then we might see a different Arsenal. At the moment, he's still adjusting to the league, still finding his feet. However, if he does find his feet, it could be very interesting.
I'm wondering how much you think history has anything to do with this. Does it actually have relevance and an effect, and a negative one, on Arsenal as we turn towards 26?
I would say experience more than probably anything to regards to what's happened before. Manchester City have been there and done it before. I can just imagine Pep Guardiola now just starting to ramp up the mind games. You know, you go back to Sir Alex Ferguson and Kevin Keegan, go back to Sir Alex Ferguson and Rafa Benitez. And we know Arteta, incredible manager. He's very emotional. And I think Pep Guardiola knows that as well, and he could play on that as well.
Yeah. History?
Yeah, I just think it'll just be difficult for Arsenal with Manchester City breathing down the neck and playing under that pressure. But they're very capable. I think it's going to be fascinating. I think it'll go right down to the end.
If you don't love one of those teams, the fact that it's close makes it fun. And just as a fan, it's great to look at the top of the table and see interesting times coming up as we keep an eye on all 3 of those teams.
Carabao Cup returns tonight. There's only 1 spot remaining in the semi-finals, and it's going to be between Arsenal and Crystal Palace. They take on each other tomorrow, with coverage starting at 2 p.m. and kick-off at 3. And of course, you can watch that all on Paramount+. Now, talking about the Carabao Cup, Jeff done some tiers based on what type of present this trophy would amount to. So for Crystal Palace, he said it would be all the bells and whistles, meaning it would be a great present for the club. But for Arsenal, he said it would be in the practical needs of a category. So meaning this trophy would be a good present that suits needs. Nothing too crazy of a trophy. What do you think about...
Like getting socks at Christmas.
Yeah, practical needs, yes. Socks, I guess, underwear, deodorant. I don't know if that's a practical need. Sorry, Troy. Troy, what do you think about these tiers Jeff made, especially about Arsenal? Would you put them in the practical needs category, or would you put them a bit higher up?
I think it's a bit higher up, personally. I think Arsenal need to win. I think they need to get used to winning. I think in a season where we've already kind of crowned them, a lot of people have in the media, that they're going to win the Premier League, one of the favourites for Champions League. Because this is in, March 16th, I believe the final is. If you imagine Man City winning that and it's close, it's that psychological edge that Man City have won again and Man City are coming again. I just feel like Arsenal need it just to get over the line and just start used to winning competitions.
Okay, I'll take that. I think from a winning perspective and building a winning mentality and having something tangible for your competitive efforts. But then if you don't win anything else, who cares? You know what would
But if they don't win anything at all?
How much worse is it if they don't win anything at all and they walk away this season with just the Carabao Cup?
Huge, because at least they've won something. The argument around Arteta is that he had the FA Cup, which Unai Emery's team, and all of these different things that it's kind of tainted. It's not his thing.
In his first season.
Do you get what? It's not his thing. But I also think as well, sorry Hannah, I do think when you look at Inter last year, on for the treble, win nothing.
Right.
Now you start looking at them, you're like, can they win? And the doubts and the questions that this raises, I do think is uncomfortable.
Yeah, but you look at the story behind Arsenal, the first in the Premier League, the first in the Champions League phase. I know it is only December, but like you said, Nico, for them to walk away with just the Carabao Cup, it feels like very underwhelming.
They undoubtedly, in my opinion, I think they would have fallen short. Again, like they have in several seasons. Arsenal are a very, very good football team. And they've been a very good football team for many seasons. That is difficult to do. Look how many teams have one season and then they lose a player here or there and the project falls apart. And they had one good year.
Just on that then, they don't win nothing, right? We're midway through the season. They come second. They go out. Let's say they go out in the quarterfinal as well. And they go out in the quarterfinal.
But then again, it would be like we've come second again in the Premier League.
But again, that was not good enough last year. So now you've spent more.
Okay.
You've got a bigger squad. You've got better. How many players do they lose?
Do they lose this summer?
This summer. So does a Saliba leave? Does a Saka leave? Do players start to question now, are we actually ever going to win? Does the manager come under pressure now? And there's all of these different questions that come. At least winning something shows you're on the right path to do something. In my opinion.
I think they could have questioned that last year, though. You know, or maybe the year before, because when they came up so agonizingly close, it's like, we have picked up points total in this season that it's a classic stat. We picked up in this one that City won in the Premier League season. It's like if we would have picked this points total any other season, we would have won. How much more do we need to give? I think the project at Arsenal it's the best project credibility without winning in the world.
That's fair.
Fair. I don't know how much that vouches for anything really, because in football you need to win, right? But it does vouch for them doing things the right way. They have a very good football team, and it's not like they're gonna go out in the EFL Cup and throw it away because they think they're better than the EFL Cup. No, you play every single game to win. And yes, undoubtedly, it'll help Arsenal, but I think the conclusion of all of this is, sure, you gotta win this, but you gotta win even more.
How do you think they're going to approach tonight? Because in the last round against Brighton, they started a lot of youngsters.
Is it tonight or tomorrow?
No. Oh, sorry, tomorrow.
I'm just checking, sorry.
Sorry, Troy. Yeah. In the last round against Brighton, they started youngsters like Nwaneri, Dowman, all those sorts of players. We can see the potential return of Gabriel Jesus. How do you think they're going to be looking tonight? Do you think this is a pretty fair projected lineup?
Did you say tonight again?
Sorry, I keep saying tonight. Oh my gosh, sorry, tomorrow. The coverage is tomorrow, and I will be on it, but it's tomorrow.
Are you sure? Are you going to make it?
Check your schedule just to be sure.
It's tomorrow, all on Paramount Plus, 2 p.m, kickoff 3 p.m.
Nice.
Tomorrow.
It's 2:45, by the way, the kickoff.
Well,
tomorrow, Wednesday.
No, it's not. It's 3 p.m. It doesn't matter. It's tomorrow. Just come on Paramount Plus, you'll watch it. Do you think this is a fair projected lineup? Do you think they're going to be starting youngsters? How do you think they're going to look?
I mean, listen, it's like, for example, Saliba. He's just come back. I think this is a great opportunity for him to play. The goalkeeper we can discuss, but how much more do they have with the injuries? Like, this is great for Lewis Skelly to get a run in. He's a quality footballer. It's not like, you know, you're playing a kid from the academy that's never seen first team minutes before. Like, this is a competitive team. Great to see Norgard, but I mean, this is a strong Arsenal team for a Carabao Cup.
Yeah, I think I'd probably expect to see Odegaard in there as well, maybe. So maybe it's like I don't know, a Martinelli out, Eze on the left with an Odegaard in there.
Okay.
But it's not too much dissimilar. I think you're going to see a very strong team. Again, the forward area is becoming an area of topic with Jesus now back. Havertz is back in the new year. Obviously, Gyökeres scored at the weekend, but a lot of question marks about whether he's going to be the man moving forward, or do they start with Moreno further up? So, yeah, it's going to be a strong team. I really like this Crystal Palace team when they have Ismail Assar, obviously away with AFCON. I think this is a good game and a good time for Arsenal to be playing Palace.
Yeah, I do just want to confirm it is 3 p.m. tomorrow.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, not 2:45.
Oh, well, producer Chris is wrong
correct.
again.
So you got to do your own
wrong
prep.
again,
You've got to
yeah.
know that. Off
I don't know.
the
Our
bat.
schedule says 2:45. Just make sure.
On Google, it says 3 p.m.
Okay. You
Right.
can get your information from other sources.
Let-
as well.
let's
Does
move.
Google broadcast the EFL Cup?
No, we do, and on our graphic it said, doesn't matter. Let's move on to Crystal Palace. Okay, everyone, they've lost their last 3 games where they drew in the Conference League. They've had to reschedule this fixture due to European commitment. They're in 4 competitions now. Do you think we're maybe seeing the effects of the 4 competitions on Crystal Palace?
Yeah, I think, again, Oliver Glasner's come out and spoke about not recruiting well enough. He felt in the summer, he thought that they obviously let Eze go, but they didn't do enough proactive work to go out and be able to compete across all 4 competitions. You're seeing people leave for AFCON, you're seeing injuries, which is normal. But it gets very depleted very, very quickly, this squad. And you know, they lost against Leeds at the weekend 4-1, and he was scathing. He said, if we play like this, we lose every game between now and the end of the season.
He was saying they're getting bullied, it's embarrassing.
But he doesn't have his best players and fittest players available. With all of that being said, they're a fantastic team to watch. Mateta is brilliant up front. Keeps missing massive chances as well, and moments in games change games, and he has had chance after chance this season. I think he's got 5 or 6 goals already this season, but could definitely be in double figures with the amount of one-on-ones he misses. Pino's very interesting, but again, it's more now here. Eddie Nketiah trying to fit in on the right hand side, naturally a striker, just doesn't feel the same. They don't have that natural runner without the ball, but that's again kind of the team they have to put out, unfortunately.
Right, and now I'm thinking, like, when you don't have one of your best players in Sarr, and you have fixture congestion because of Europe, and not only that, obviously playing in Conference League forced this fixture to be played 1 week later, but not. They also haven't been like lights out in Conference League, so much so they don't get that bye into the next round.
They get an extra game, don't they?
They have to play an extra game. And again, for a team like Crystal Palace, that isn't as deep as the top teams in the Premier League, going through Christmas into the new year and then having to play extra European fixtures, most of those without one of your best players, it's going to be a tough run for the next month for Crystal Palace. So let's see how they deal with it. Again, they have a lot of quality in a certain couple amount of guys. They're going to be tested for several games now. Yeah,
Mateta also could be a question because he came off with 10 minutes to go. There's some injury doubts, though. We'll have to wait and see. But everybody, this game tomorrow is happening tomorrow. On Paramount Plus.
I hope that the game tomorrow is happening
at 2
tomorrow.
p.m. with kick-off at 3 p.m.
Leandro Trossard proved to be the perfect antidote to Arsenal's attacking frustrations, following Mikel Arteta's candid remarks about Victor Gyökeres. Gyökeres may have struggled to truly impress since his summer arrival at Arsenal, but over the weekend, there was finally a glimpse of what he is capable of. More importantly, Trossard showed exactly why he could be the key to unlocking the Swedish striker's full potential during Arsenal's hard-fought 2-1 victory over Wolves at the Emirates Stadium. The 31-year-old winger injected fresh energy into Mikel Arteta's side on Saturday night and helped breathe new life into the Gunners' attack. Shortly after replacing Gabriel Martinelli in the second half, Arsenal found the breakthrough. While Trossard did not directly contribute to either the opening goal or the dramatic stoppage time winner, his influence on the game was undeniable. Trossard took control of proceedings, dictating the tempo and pulling the strings down the left flank. Time and again, he dismantled Wolves' compact defensive setup, releasing Miles Lewis-Skelly into space, picking out Declan Rice on the edge of the box, and crucially, feeding Gyökeres with intelligent, well-timed passes. Operating as a creative hub, the Belgian Belgian showcased his playmaking qualities, delivering sharp, purposeful distribution. His introduction completely shifted the momentum of the match, and for the first time in weeks, Arsenal's $64 million striker briefly looked like a genuine threat. Before Trossard's arrival, Gyökeres endured a frustrating and ineffective outing in attack. In fact, the Belgian was the only player to carve out a clear-cut opportunity for the 27-year-old forward, slipping a simple yet incisive ball in behind the Wolves' backline. Gyökeres controlled the pass, beat his defender, and aimed for the far post. Wolves goalkeeper Sam Johnstone was beaten, but the Swedish striker saw his effort agonizingly drift just wide. If Arteta truly wants to get the best out of Gyökeres, then granting Trossard a more prominent role in the starting 11th could be the solution. Speaking to TNT Sports after the win, the Arsenal manager openly addressed the challenges facing his marquee signing. "It's a collaboration between the two," Arteta explained. "He was in some really good positions, but the ball didn't arrive quickly enough, accurately enough, or with the precision a number 9 needs to score." But his commitment and intention were there, and we have to keep pushing. Arteta was equally vocal in defending Gyökeres prior to the match, urging patience with the striker's adaptation to English football. "There was huge expectation because we were signing a proven goal scorer, probably with the best statistics in Europe," Arteta said. "But he's coming into a different league, the most demanding league in the world. What happens if he doesn't score in 5 or 6 games? That was the only question I asked him. How are you going to react if you don't score in 5 or 6 matches? Can you handle that? And what about the next 100 games? That's what people need to see. The sample size is still very small, so leave him alone. Let him do what he does best. Support him, and I'm convinced things will come good." That message from Arteta resonated beyond the Emirates. In the days following the Wolves' victory, the debate around Gyökeres intensified among pundits, supporters, and former players. While some questioned whether Arsenal's record signing is truly suited to the Premier League's pace and physicality, others pointed to the structural issues around him rather than the striker himself. Much of the post-match analysis focused on Arsenal's chance creation and balance in the final third. The Wolves game highlighted a recurring theme this season. Gyökeres often makes the right movements, but the service into dangerous areas has been inconsistent. When Trossard entered the match, that problem briefly disappeared. Arsenal suddenly looked more fluid, more unpredictable, and far better equipped to supply a traditional number 9. Former players speaking on television and radio were quick to note the contrast. With Trossard drifting inside and linking play, Arsenal's attacking shape became more compact, allowing Gyökeres to stay higher up the pitch and occupy central defenders. That, in turn, created space for midfield runners like Rice and Ødegaard to arrive late in the box. It was a glimpse of an attacking formula that Arsenal have rarely sustained this season. The reaction from supporters has been equally divided. While frustration with Gyökeres' goal return remains, there is growing appreciation for his work rate, physical presence, and willingness to press from the front. Many fans now see Trossard as the missing connector, the player who can translate Gyökeres' movement into genuine scoring opportunities. Internally, Arteta faces an important decision. Persisting with a front line that isolates Gyökeres risks damaging the striker's confidence, especially with tougher fixtures on the horizon. At the same time, promoting Trossard to a regular starting role could mean reshuffling wide positions and reducing Martinelli's minutes, a bold call that would not come without consequences. Yet football at the highest level often comes down to chemistry rather than reputation. The Wolves match suggested that Arsenal's most expensive signing may not need drastic changes to his own game, but rather the right supporting cast around him. If Arteta embraces that idea, Gyökeres' slow start could soon be remembered as nothing more than a difficult adjustment period. For now, the pressure remains. Goals will ultimately define Gyökeres' Arsenal career, and patience in North London is never unlimited. But with Trossard offering clarity, creativity, and calm in possession, Arsenal may finally have found the key to unlocking their striker and turning promise into consistent production.